It's your boy Isaac Moore, the first Black American world-known designer. Just did a dope interview with Boojie Ratchet TV. You guys stay tuned.
Boojie. No, bitch, I'm Ratchet. It's Boojie Ratchet TV.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Ahkira Nicole. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Boojie Ratchet TV. And Don't Sleep on the City. Today we have Mr. Isaac Moore in the building.
Looking real ratchet and bougie.
No, real bougie. Real bougie. For the people who don't know who you are, introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Isaac Moore, and I am the first Black American world-known designer that the name's going to mean luxury.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the H. You feel me? Y'all see, Brandon is immaculate. Do you see him? Like, come on.
Okay.
So tell me, what did you do this weekend? Let's start there. How did your weekend, or your Christmas, matter of fact, Christmas just passed, were you handing out any Isaac and Moore items or what?
Well, I definitely sold a lot. And mostly, man, for the actual day itself, I didn't do nothing but pace, thinking about the new thing that's in my head and trying to figure out how to get those things out.
Okay, and what's some of the new things? Come on, spill the tea.
I just you crazy. No, just you know, so Isaac, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Moore. People always think Moore is another person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I always tell them, man, like, it's you getting more. You know, you're always getting something new, always something, you know, fresh, innovative, things like that. So what I've been working on is just something innovative, man, and how I'm going to change the fabric of fashion and things like that. But just working on new products, new designs, and picking out the new hardwares and, you know, fabric, leather, you know, I'm going to use this year. That's it.
Okay, so you say you're trying to move fashion forward, and is that to a distinct group of people, or what?
Most of this. I mean, it's for everybody, but my target market is for like the first lady type of woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying, what I mean by first lady,
Presidential.
yeah, you know, presidential. You know what I mean by first lady, that like she has to be responsible for the people that's looking at her, or looking up to her, or the followers that's always tuning into her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she just don't have a lot of followers or a lot of influence,
Mm-hmm.
like, but she's responsible for those people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying, so it suggests her to look a certain type of way, dress a certain type of way, walk a certain type of way, things like that, because she's knowing these people looking at her. And, you know, yeah, that's my target market right there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So do you also create male clothing as well, though?
Yeah, I do. But my main focus, like, the reason why I started creating male clothes, because I don't like to wear nobody else's clothes.
Okay.
You know, and since I can have the capabilities to do it, so I just started designing for myself, and a lot of people started being interested in everything. But my main focus is women
Okay.
and handbags. So.
That's awesome. And I did see you have a nice little collection out. We are going to show that here in a clip soon. So tell me a little bit about the manufacturing of your products.
Right. So everything gets made in America.
Okay. You like that?
Yeah. But, you know, like all my fabric and my leather and my hardware get done from overseas in Italy and Spain.
Wow.
And it gets shipped here, and we all construct it here in America.
Okay. And would you say you're trying to be up there with, of course, a high fashion level? How do you get there? Where do you see yourself? I know that Houston is soon, a fashion show is coming up, Project Runway or Project Fashion, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we see you in some of those? Is it because you don't see those people in your designs, or what?
I mean, I'm just a very exclusive, you know, designer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying, I understand that it's a big hole in this profession of fashion, and I'm just trying to patch it up. And that hole is, there's no such thing as a Black American world-known designer, that the name of the designer means luxury.
Right.
things like that. So I had to move a different kind of way. I'm not focused on making money, I'm focused on making history. So I had to move it out. I'm not trying to make my products tainted. People can easily have access to it. No. You know, I spent a lot of work, put a lot of money into it, a lot of time, a lot of thought. And so I got to present it in a different kind of way.
Right. I understand that. Of course, when you're doing different, you got to move different.
Man, come on, give me something. I like that one, man.
No, for real, that's the truth. You can't do everything that everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
As far as fashion today, do you feel like, what's your perspective on the fashion today?
I mean, you got to respect the people's mind. You know, that the people creativity and things like that. So I just respect it, man. I respect a lot of people that's being creative and actually making their creative process come to reality and things like that. So
it's difficult.
It's difficult.
Sometimes we get stuck, like right there. You just don't know. So are you the only one? Are you sewing these things? Do you have a team? Like, how does it work?
Well, most certainly. That's how everything. Like, I think the difference between like a Fortune 500 company and a mom and pop store or just a smaller company is the people that work for that company.
Right.
You know, things like that. So I'm definitely considered small because, you know, I did everything myself, but now we actually growing. Now I have people working with me and things like that and things like that. So yeah.
So can the followers look to like put in an application? Where can we do that? Got some interns?
Yeah, definitely. Like so my success of this company, Isaac and More, is not contingent upon how many products we sell or it's all about the people that come through it. They can be successful. You know, like I'm trying to build something like, well, I'm not trying to build. I'm building something that the people can be successful from this name. Like people want to join Capitol Records or Sony Records, and because they made so many people successful.
Right.
That's exactly what I want to do in this.
With clothes.
With my fashion and things like that. Make a lot of people successful coming through the conduit of this. You know.
Just building a strong team and having that good foundation and everything like that. Are you the sole designer?
Yeah. I'm actually looking for some more designers and things like that. Like I said, I'm just trying to. I just want to take this company to the next level, and I want to get people to take my place, and while I'm just taking it to the next level. You know?
So eventually, speaking of okay, you have your home base here, but then you're able to travel and go out and source different fabrics and get the name out and things like that.
Yeah, more so just be more innovative, man. That's it, man. It's so many. Like I tell people all the time, man. If there's a problem, that means room for a business to be developed from that problem. You know, because every problem is a potential business.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the way you think about it.
Yeah.
So it's really great. It seems that you have a very optimistic attitude and approach to everything.
Well, not just being so optimistic. It's just really, really like knowing that, just knowing that, man, like it's going to work. And I just look at things like, making this burger this bad and say something good about this nasty ass burger or something like that. But it's just like, man, this is a real good burger, and I know the formula how to make things work. And I've been through a lot, man. So I think just life is about like learning how to do things.
It is.
And once you figure out how to do it, then things become easy.
Right. So how did it become easy for you? Like, where did you get started? Like, how did this even come about? Because I really love the name. Isaac Moore is him, as we said before. It is easy to confuse it as being like a partnership or something like that. Like,
right.
I know that was part of the process in thinking of the name. Like, okay, am I confusing people or what? Like, how did everything get started? Like, okay, I want to be a designer. Has that always been like something for you? Did you always have a name and never the design? Like, how did this come about?
No, like I never knew what I wanted to do with myself.
Okay.
I was very bewildered, befuddled, confused. Like I say, man, like I come from something what a lot of minority kids came from. Which is poverty, different things like that. Statistics says that people can't do other than what they've been exposed to.
Right.
And people can't even see further than what they've been exposed to.
Right.
It's 10 times more likely whatever the parents, doing or done, that's what the child's gonna actually do. By me knowing that and things like that, man, I never knew what I was gonna do. My mom left me when I was very young. So I'm saying my father never just been in my life and things like that. I slept in parks, I slept in 24-hour restaurants. I was the type of guy that was sleeping on at the metro bus stop, things like that, man. And so I never knew what I really want to do, but once I found what I want to do, I stuck with it, and I allowed that particular thing taught me everything that I know right now.
That's beautiful.
And
when did that moment come for you? Because some people get in a rut and they get stuck. It's hard to try to think differently sometimes when you do come from those situations,
right.
Because you're like, why is this happening to me? Like, obviously nothing's better gonna happen. How did you know, like, no, this is not it? I'm gonna make something of myself in designing, because that's pretty hard to be a designer, and not just creating something that's on trend. You're making something that's totally different. You see it in the future. You are the evolution in style. It's,
right.
Your sciences and everything like that. Like, because that's strong. That's strong. That's a strong decision to make. So, how? Like, what were you doing? Like, I want to be a designer. How?
I mean, it just really, really came to me, and I just stuck with it. Like, I think my creativity came from struggling and getting creative how not to struggle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my inspiration comes from like things like I can see what I want to see in this door right here. Things like that. Oh, I see a nice little shape, and I just really, really apply it to, my creativity when it comes out making purses or making clothes and things like that. So I just, really, I just got creative, like, with the struggle.
Yeah. Did you always know how to sew?
No. I just really, I watched a lot of movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's what got me.
Like, what movies?
Oh, my goodness. What movies? I like Catch Me If You Can.
Okay, that's a good movie.
Like, how he just took his struggle and he embodied these different characters.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually, became those people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So you believe that, because people say to be successful, you have to see it before it's even, tangible, before it's even touchable. Do you think just seeing that and knowing that you didn't want this for the rest of your life, it just helped you believe a lot more, which opened more doors for you?
Well, faith is it's not just seeing. It comes from hearing. And hearing makes you see what you can hear. Then when you can see, you can walk those things out, and instantly it becomes faith right now. Once you walk it out.
Mm-hmm.
I've been walking this thing out for 13 years.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So now it's like it became so much of a lifestyle to me that I don't know what else to do.
Right.
So, and of course, when you do things for so long and things like that, man, things become so easy. It's
right.
Right. So it's like solving a problem. If I give you a problem, 2 + 2, and I give somebody else a problem, 2 + 2, and the other person don't know it and you know it, who gonna solve the problem first?
Right.
The person that knows it. And I think that's what success is. Right around it's right after the problem is solved.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And your problem at the time was
struggling, adversity, trying to figure out how to, which a lot of typical, problems and things like that. Like people want to start up something, they don't have the finances to do it.
So how would you, for someone who is starting something, they don't know how to, get to it, or that person that is at the bus stop, they might just be on YouTube on their phone or something. How do you get started?
So I think this starting is beginning. You have to understand, before there's a logical choice, a choice you have to know why you're making this decision. Because what's inevitable is the circumstances, is the situations, is the predicament. But the thing about it is you gotta know why you're doing it. So I'm saying, and why you're doing it is your anchor of walking over those different things and things like that. So yeah, man. Then talk to me, and I had to the right track.
Y'all sliding them
You know?
DMs. He said it, not me.
Yeah.
And I like that though. We don't need none of that.
Right. I'm willing to help, man. I'm willing to help. Like I said, man, that's my success. How many people can be successful through the eyes of the more?
So do you see yourself hosting a fashion show soon?
Most of 2018, definitely we're gonna make it happen.
Okay, so we're gonna have a casting call. Got our models, Houston models,
Right on.
DJs, all that. Hit us up.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yes, Boojie Ratchet TV will be in the mix.
Right on, man. I'm just really excited. I just want to say I appreciate you and just having me stepping into my domain.
Yes.
You know, and becoming my little world.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I've been knowing you for some time now.
Yeah.
I remember when your purses were just, you had the drawings, you had the sketches, the printouts and everything, and now they're physically here. And that just goes to show you with time anything is possible, planning efficiently and working with the right people, you really can get far no matter how long it takes you.
Yeah.
I truly do believe in him. He believes in himself so much. You have no choice, you know. And it's great to surround yourself around people like that. I know there's obstacles that you face. Is there certain people that you have in your close inner circle, or do you just deal with things alone, or do you just lock yourself in the studio and start designing? Like, how do you deal?
Like I said, I don't really have a lot of people people really don't inspire me like that. Mm-hmm. I pace a lot. Mm-hmm. You know, I be in my house, I be in my studio, and I go back and forth. I actually walk the whole area and back and forth. Mm-hmm. And
you should go hiking. Hiking is nice.
I've never been.
Really nice. When I was in California, that's all I did.
I need to do that. You know?
It's dope. It's good atmosphere, very quiet, serene.
You don't want me to hike, girl. I figure out all kinds of stuff.
No, we want you to hike so we can get this future going. You know what I'm saying? When we flying in our cars and shit.
Yeah.
And our Isaac and more.
Yeah. That's how you do it.
No, for real. So in Houston, there are other designers of all different class. How do you feel about some of the designers? Do you feel like you guys are on the same page or level, or is it just two different, you know?
That's now. Ain't too many people mess with me. That's for ain't. There's not too many people that's designing that's mess with me. Mm-hmm. You know, not to be on the braggadocious stuff, but you know, I'm just super good at what I do. But I do respect, like I told you, I respect the minds of people. Mm-hmm. And respect in the creative process. You have to, because I know what you have to go through.
Right.
You know, you have to think about it, then actually try to gather everything that you need to make that thing in your head come out.
Yeah, and fashion is forever changing. Trends are forever changing. It's pretty hard, especially to be somebody. You speaking of the future, are you creating your way and your path to being on the same level as top designers? Something that doesn't go out of style. I know before you said that you don't keep up with trends. So where do your designs come from? Like just off of the head?
Just off of my head, and words, shapes, just knowing what's missing. You know?
What is missing in fashion today?
Like I told you, man. Well, my conviction is first of all, like I say, there's no black American world-known design. And what I mean by world-known design, that people don't want to become successful and attach their success to a crocodile, football. But you know, people
It's considered urban.
right or whatever. They just it's great brands, but people don't want to work hard for those type of things. People don't want to elevate themselves to attach themselves to that. You know, so that's what's missing. You know, then also there's no kingdom-minded representative in this fashion as well too. That represent God and just really like having that influence in fashion. You know, on a high standard. I'm going to be the first to do that too.
All right. And what else are you going to be the first of? I know you say that your brand is not only for yourself, but for others too. And you're working on developing people in their crafts. In which way?
And there, you know, like I said, man, it's hard, like, for people to get started, especially in fashion, because they think, well, models think, well, I'm cute. Well, let me start modeling.
Yeah.
You know, designers, they'll say, well, I know how to dress, so I start designing.
Right.
You know, and which is nothing wrong with that. You know, we gotta start somewhere, but they don't have no direction. They don't know what's the first step to get started.
Right.
You know, I'm here to help.
That's awesome.
You know?
So not only are you a designer, you're like a mentor.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. That's really dope to see, especially someone coming out the H, a place that isn't very fashion driven as far as, like, you know, the capitals, New York and all these other places. I know that may make it a little bit more difficult. What do you think?
I mean, like, when this country was built, they didn't say, I'm gonna make New York the fashion capital.
Right.
So I'm saying somebody thought about that. Somebody made it happen. Somebody, you know, and just make that happen. Like, you know, they ain't thought about Paris and saying this is gonna be the fashion thing or whatever. Somebody made that happen as well too.
So you're saying making that happen for the city?
Yeah, you gotta some person has to, somebody has to, like, really see something and be convicted by it and care and just carry it on. And listen, man, that's me, man. Like I said, I'm not worried about making no money. I'm not worried about doing all that kind of stuff. All I want to do is make history. That's it. And you can't never make history if you just focus on making money. But you can make a lot of money making history.
Okay.
So I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm about, man.
So let me know any future endeavors that you have, anything dropping that you want to talk about, let the people know how to contact you, all of that good stuff.
Well, I'm still at the preliminary stage, at the startup stages right now, and yeah, Instagram Isaac and Moore, website isaacandmore.com. Just everything Isaac and Moore.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, you heard it first. We have our Black American luxury designer.
Yes.
The first.
Yes.
Not going to be the only, because not only is he out here making his dreams come true, he's out here to help yours come true also. We love to see people like that in the city. I love you, man. And I hope that you guys listen to what he's talking about. He spilled some real, you know, jewels tonight, and I appreciate you.
No problem. Thanks for having me, though.
All right. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Be bougie, be ratchet, be good.
Because music and fashion complement each other. It's like something that just goes hand in hand. Isaac Moore exclusive.
Hey, check 1, 2, what it do? Run it, dressed to the finest. I'm in that Isaac Moore, I'ma mix that with designer. Trying to run up a check, I'ma make me a plus out of minus. See the I and the M, that shit you rockin', they fly to them. Look at my best with my eye on the M, gotta be fly when I'm grinding. Fitted dress shirt, I'ma rock that with my diamonds. Isaac Moore, head to toe, you see me, I'm shining. Check out my swag, posted on YG. I look like a bag, I see her checking my fresh. I know she like what she see. She say I'm dressing the best, that ain't surprising to me. X with the flies, betcha they say that it's me. Isaac Moore when I'm rocking, Isaac Moore when I'm copping, Isaac Moore when I'm shopping. And Isaac and Moore, see the flavor that's dropping.
Hey, I'm a boss nigga like Pablo with that 5 flow. Grind for it, came up like the doors on the Diablo. Dressing all iron mo, rolling bells by the cuff link. Boys think I hit a brink truck, linked up. Real niggas done linked up. Homie lift your drinks up, stunting on them like